Good evening, Scary Ninja Stories. My name is Annabelle. I'd love to keep it that way. I've always been curious to know what happens after death. Do spirits exist? This has been in my mind for as long as I can remember. Sometimes I do my research to know if I can see one. Funny, right? But I didn't have to wait for so long. My mom passed on through a rather strange means, and I was not willing to let it slide. She kept complaining of seeing a particular man. She never told me who he was, that the man was moving around her with a knife and threatening to kill her. Only she could see him. The day she died, she said he stabbed her multiple times, but I couldn't see any man nor any knife wound. But I felt a thick, colorless liquid on her chest at the exact point she claimed she was stabbed. I wasn't willing to let my mom's death slide. I've always been curious to know what happens to a dead person and where their soul goes, so I didn't wait long to discover. I jumped on an offer of a friend of mine who offered to take me to Ijebu-Ode. I was scared at first, but I really wanted to know what happened to my mom. I had questions. I was willing to ask them and get answers. It took us 2 days to get to our destination. At first, it was a small hut which looked quite harmless. We were to camp there for 2 days and use a particular slimy dark liquid to have our bath. I was scared, but I wasn't willing to back down. Even though I reeked of physics, I wanted to see the end. At the end of the second day, an old naked woman came to our hut and led us to a river. She said we would undress and say some things she said, which I really did not understand. I said them anyway, and next, she said we would use one small water to wash our face, after which I would enter a calabash. I did that without thinking that there would be repercussions. I stood on the calabash, and next thing I remember, I was seeing myself in an empty room with a very big mirror. I was really frightened because I did not see my friend, and I thought at some point that I was dead. The naked old woman appeared and asked me to write the name of my mother on the wall with a black charcoal. I was really scared, honestly, but I managed to do so. She called onto the name 7 times, and at that point, I felt like my head was swelling up. My body was weak, and my heart was beating like it wanted to come out of my body. And in the mirror, I saw my mom. It was like she was alive and she looked happy to see me, but I was so weak and tired. I was asked to ask her the questions I wanted. I asked my mom what happened to her. She said she was stabbed by my uncle because he wanted her out of the way for some family business. He believed my mom would expose his philanderous lifestyle. She showed me what happened in the mirror, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I felt like I wanted to cry, but tears couldn't come out. I asked her if she was alright where she was, but she backed me. Then the old woman said my time was up and I should come the next day. I found myself in the hut we camped, and I couldn't remember how I got there or whether it was a dream. Then I saw my mom standing opposite me with her back. Then it dawned on me that what happened earlier was deep and real. But the fear in me grew over the roof. I told my friend I was leaving the next day, but she said I had to stay for 3 more days before I would go. I did not agree and I disturbed and disturbed her until she finally agreed that we should leave together the next day. Ever since then, I haven't been normal. Anytime I close my eyes, I see my mom backing me. It's been 1 week and I haven't stopped seeing my mom. I can't go back to Ijebu-Ode, but my friend insists that I must go back there or my mom will keep on following me. I am scared. I can't go to church. My mom doesn't seem happy with me. Maybe she has something to say to me. Maybe she wants me to pass a message for her. Or I don't know. Her death hurts me. But that place in Ijebu-Ode is terrible and I can't go back. I am still seeing my mom for now.